Or maybe he's just pissed because he'll die if we get everything wrong. One or the other, right? I wonder how long the common route is. I thought you had an eye on her. Actually, I want to look at the demo again. Demo. Oh man. One of... So there's a gentle boy who desires for more but must restrain himself. Don't know who that is. And there's a villain with fair motives but with no restraint to do what he must to protect his own. If the villain is not Malthus or whatever, then I'm gonna be pissed. I'm sorry, I'm doing this again. Lucian and Malthus are being added to our catalogue. However, they are only available as either add-ons or in the Reaper. See, that's not it. This is so annoying. I can't, There's a Lucian and a Malthus. But I can't find out which one is which. One second. Okay, I went through hoops to try and figure it out, but Lucian, Malthus. So we are getting the villain, which is what I wanted. But that means he's not Felix, and I don't think Felix is going to be a romance route, which is a shame. I'm kind of a sucker for childhood to lovers. Childhood best friends to lovers. Especially with this twist of like Felix being kind of evil. I don't know, they're making it really weird. I thought she was with you.
Why would she be with me? God, you're so irresponsible.
The bickering, escalating in volume, began to draw attention towards the group.
You two, settle down.
Just use the GPS on her
You
phone.
activated it, right, Zafan?
Of course, what do you take me for? Despite his confident words, he was sweating bullets as he checked the software on his phone. Shit. What do you mean, shit? Zafan, you didn't. Zafan felt himself having palpitations that were strong enough to knock out any human.
Now, Aries, thou shalt not commit violence against thy fellow man.
Aries. Okay. You shut it, Angel. I've already forgotten how to say his name.
Now, Aries.
Aureus, okay. I'll try to remember that. Aureus. Okay. I'm already forgetting it, oh my god. Wait, I could just call her. Hold your horses. Hurry. Before he bursts the vessel, I'm so tired now. I'm actually so tired. I regret starting this because I'm so tired. But yeah, I will go until this demo is over. The pan regarded the others with an indignant stare, though all their faces held a twinge of worry. I hope she picks up. That's what she has a phone for. That's what she has a phone for, isn't it? That's what she has a phone for, doesn't she? Am I crazy? That's what she has a phone for. I mean, doesn't roll off the tongue much weirder, but I think it still works. We can find her regardless, Arias. I'm doing it again. Aureus? 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 Aureus. Aureus. Do not fret so. She picked up. They all huddled in closer. It was a peculiar sight. 5 handsome men all huddled together in the middle of the street over one phone. This is always so funny to me when they... Like, where is this narration coming from? Just an outside observer or from one of those? Because that means one of them thinks all of them are handsome. A few passerbys wondered if there was some sort of host club near. I guess it's some outside source because they wouldn't know what the passerbys are thinking, right? A few passerby wondered if there was some sort of host club nearby, but their demeanor suggested that they wouldn't be taking any customers. Hello? Oh good, she didn't throw it this time. This isn't my first time using it. Excuse me, miss, who are you talking to? Where are you? Is that your husband? Hmm? Perfect. Tell him we have a deal for him, too. I'll give you the address so he can come join our little party. They all stared intensely at his phone. Zavan's phone pinged a few moments later. Check it.
I am. God, your bannies are in such a twist. I don't...
Not the time, Zavan. Zavan growled under his breath, then input the address into an app. Oh, thank God. Okay, she's gone into some weird little build. Aries grabbed the fan's phone without waiting for him to finish and started to run. What the Bro, hello? As the fan protested, the other men had already zoomed right behind her. Aries? It's gonna take me so long because that does not come to mind when I read that name. That's so annoying. Not on behalf of the game, on like me, that my brain is wired that way. You better give that back, you little... And Zafan too joined the pursuit. Can I go now? I'd been led into this rather dodgy looking place. The people did not seem like they wanted to harm me, but they were annoyingly persistent. But you won't be able to get your free cruise if you leave. I had no idea what they were talking about. This is an opportunity of a lifetime. You'll really be helping us out, miss. I got a sick daughter at home and she'll be able to eat for a week. I do like to help people, I guess. Then we want to help you too. So, you see, we're offering 2-bedroom condos and... I raised my hand. Sorry to interrupt, but I have a question. I'm not comfortable. Certainly, miss. What is a cruise and what is a condo? Eh? You're pulling our leg, ain't you? His countenance slid from cheerful to displeased rather quickly. No? I was being genuine. What was so wrong? If you've just been wasting our time, why would you watch our presentation about timeshares if you aren't willing to buy? I can't buy anything if I don't have any money. You promised a free trip. I think you're the ones wasting my time. The group sitting around him stood up and approached me. They loomed in closer and I swallowed. I was in danger. It's okay. I can take them on. Felix taught me how to take on groups like these ones. Easy. However, I just realized I had not been given any weapon yet. Damn it. Wait, I could just run. Before I could make a break for it, a loud thud interrupted my plans of escape. Get your hands off our girl. Well, that was a bit cringe as a fan. While in fact there were no hands on me, but it did not matter. Aries had landed an impressive kick on the man before me. Oof, hey, what's the big idea? Shame on you, preying on naive women for your scams. I thought we weren't supposed to harm humans. This is an exception. Kidnapping is a very serious crime, after all. That said, how could you let yourself get kidnapped? Well, they asked if I wanted adventure and offered a free trip. And you said yes? How did you fall behind so easily? Sorry. Did you forget about us? What do you take us for? Shut up. He kicked the man back down. Let us out of here and then continue this Let us get out of here and then continue this conversation. Bastards. Don't think you can get away with this so easily. Try it, and I'll kill you. Or, at the very least, get the authorities to put an end to your little operation. This is perfectly legal.
I know how to get a harassment charge on you.
Ooh, spooky.
Very easily.
Broke bastards. Time rolled his eyes and flashed something at the man. It was some sort of black rectangle, but it caused the gang to become flustered. How strange. So they saw him holding a black card, and they were just like, oh my goodness, I'm not going to try and scam you now. I mean, I guess they knew that they were scamming, that they were scam artists, but still, why would he flash up? Why would he be like, oh, I have money, see ya? Like, was he that offended by being called broke? That's so weird. The entire path outside, Aries had dragged me along by the wrist, albeit with a gentle hold. What are you thinking, following strangers? This is not what... He stopped himself abruptly and drew my curiosity. I tilted my head, prompting him to finish his sentence. What? That's not what a sensible person does. See, he's hiding something. It was hard to shake them off. They were so insistent. And you said not to harm. All right, let us clarify some things. If anyone bothers you, shake them off. Stick to us for now, though. You'll be doing jobs on your own one day, however. You are still a fish out of water. Now, Aries, calm down. Let us enjoy some crepes in return. You're thinking of food at a time like this. It seems to me there is always a poster boy. The one who is like touching the MC like in a hold or something. There's always like adjacent to the MC on like cover art and stuff like that. It seems like Aries is the poster boy for this game, which is so weird. Honestly, I thought it was Kaim. He has the most elaborate look, in my opinion. I guess that doesn't mean anything. But it makes sense that he is as well. It feels like there's more to what he's hiding, you know what I mean? I think this is the perfect time. She is unharmed, is she not?
You are, right? Otherwise I will return to bestow punishment.
I'm fine, although I am somewhat confused. I still have no idea what was happening. The fan will brief you on the details while we go to a particularly delicious sweet crepe. Okay.
So I see. Your true motive for this outing.
Van explained the concepts of these timeshares and what they entailed. I didn't understand quite clearly, but he told me not to get deceived like that again. In my defense, I had found myself caught up in the moment. After all, this was a whole new world to me. What flavor are you going to get, Valkii? Oh, there's so many options. I think you'd like this one. He pointed to a picture of a crepe that had strawberries and chocolate. Oh my god, he knows me! I fucking love strawberries and chocolate. What the hell? Personally, I prefer cookies and cream. That's decent. What childish taste. And what will you be having, Aries? Chocolate hazelnut. Ooh, that's good too. That's real fucking nice. We each put in our orders and waited one by one to receive our selections. Would you like to try some of mine? And you could try mine too. It is matcha flavored. Alright, you're going a bit too far there, Sayre. I took a nibble of Sayre's crepe. It wasn't too sweet. What's matcha? It's made of green tea leaves. They make tea flavored things now? Amazing. Here, try some of mine too. Sayre flushed and took a small bite from mine in return. Delicious. Aw, no fair. I want to share too. Arias scoffed as Zafan and I exchanged flavors. You're just jealous, Arias. Aries. I doubt it. He seems to not like me very much. Oh. I voiced that out loud. That isn't true at all. He was the most worried about you. See, there's
tore off Zafan's hand.
Something going on. Anne broke my phone. He just doesn't show it to you. I will kill all of you if you don't shut up. And who said I don't like you, Valkii?
I'm just not simpering over you like those other thirsty bastards.
Now that is uncalled for. Only Sayre and Zafan have been thirsty. Everyone else has not been thirsty. We are simply being polite and caring. Who is the one who got on our asses over how her place should look? It should be comfortable. What are you idiots thinking? Aries scuffed... What? Scruffed him. What? Got by his scruff? Shut it or crepe gets it. Fine, meanie. The fan pouted and retreated to a safe location to finish his snack. After getting crepes, we went shopping. Kaim pulled out that card from before often, and I finally asked what it was. Oh my god, I finally asked what it was and how we were able to get so many things with it. That, my dear, is called a credit card. You can use it to purchase things. It is like magic. Wow, can we use magic to purchase things? Sorcery. Haha, not magic, but rather the power of good investment in supernatural powers. Sorcery. That's a good meme. I do like that meme. Indeed it is. Typically, we rely on Kaim to make financial purchases in the modern world due to how his little magic works. Of course, though, cash is timeless, if you know the inflation rate and the dates on your notes. I once gave a shopkeeper in the early 1900s a heart attack. I forgot how far a single note went back then. Can currency change so much? Inflation is its own beast, Valkii. We don't need like a lesson on inflation. It's just depressing. But economics is no fun to talk about, so let's get some boba. Lilia's favorite human invention. Be sure to buy her a cup too, or she'll pout all week. I had no idea what this boba thing was, but the guys decided it was easier to show than tell. Are these little balls? Are they safe to eat? Why do they float around? I was looking around at the other patrons at the shop, who each had their own cup of similar looking drinks. Yes, they're totally edible and just as nice as the tea. I've never had tea that looks like this either. There was a colourful menu before me with delightful pictures painted with all sorts of colours. I'd never seen such picturesque food illustrations before back in my lifetime. The world has changed. Which one should I get? I think milk tea is always a safe option. My personal favourite is oolong. I like matcha. Chaim enjoys brown sugar. He has the biggest sweet tooth among us. Oh, he doesn't look like he does. Right? More like the type of guy who would take his coffee black. I believe you fit that stereotype more. I took a sip and sighed happily as the guys bantered with each other. What drink did you get? What one did you end up getting? I don't understand. I thought you were like, which one should I get? It was a strange day, but one I had survived. Although I had met them only the day before, I couldn't help but feel like I'd known them for much longer. Or maybe you have. With our cups of boba in hand, we were set to go back home. I was happily sipping a cup of milk tea when Chaim brought his... Okay, she got some milk tea. When Chaim brought his watch back out. Alright, so there is a button here under navigation that allows you to return to home. All you need to do is press it and we'll return to the hallway like before. What happens if I lose it? I would come find you. He said this very proudly, and Valkii regarded the two of us with an exasperated glance. Please do not lose it. There are some functions, however, to help you not do that. If you are too far from your device or it is broken, a distress signal will be sent out. Someone will find you then. As you are our responsibility, it will likely be one of us. Ooh, is that going to come into play? See, I don't like it when the MC is completely powerless, but I also like it when they have that little powerless moment. Usually an earned powerless moment, where they've done all they can to not be powerless, but they are then powerless. Like, it's not the norm for them to be that powerless, and then someone comes and finds you. It's my favorite thing. Okay, I'm gonna go on a little tangent here. If you like choose your own adventure games, and I don't know if any of you have ever played the Choices games. They're not the only ones I play, but there is a series called Wayhaven Chronicles, right? Yeah, Wayhaven Chronicles. There's 3 books out. Oh my god, I'm like blocking people. I don't want to... I'm gonna make myself a little bit smaller. Okay. Yeah, the way I don't go on a tangent, sorry, it'll take a little, like a second. The Wayhaven Chronicles is cheesy, cliche, maybe, about vampires, about supernatural stuff. And you have like 4 romance interests, or kind of more, but kind of not. 4 main love interests. And there are moments in the book that are delicious where your character gets in trouble, and then your chosen love interest will come and be all angsty about it, and worried, and that's like one of my favorite things ever. But it has to feel earned. I do feel like it's earned. I do feel like it's earned in that one. So I do recommend Wayhaven Chronicles. I am dying for the next book. Yeah. Try not to rely on that though. Losing one of these can be dangerous. How so? You'll learn in time. I sighed. Yet another thing I'll find out later, I suppose. There was something that occurred to me upon our return back to stasis and away from the realm of humans. The realm of humans? I don't count amongst them anymore, do I? It was hard to accept that I was something other than a human now. It was my job to manage them. It was my job to manage them now, which I still had yet to do. What are you talking about? Okay, I see what you're saying. You're saying this shouldn't be it was my job. It's my job to manage them now, because that makes me think you're talking about the past. But you're talking about literally the present right now. So it should be, it's my job to manage them now, which I still haven't done yet, or which I still have yet to do. We didn't actually get any work done. Well, this excursion was more to test whether you would collapse from culture shock. You came close with the billboard, though. Oh, and the electronics store. Aries was grinning as he continued listing places that took me by surprise. His smile widened as I pouted at him. I can't help it. Even Sayer thought a giant tiger was going to leap at us from the board. It was so realistic. It is true, you cannot fault her for that one. I saw you flinch as well. Huh? Why? What are you saying it is true to? You came close to the billboard, oh, and the electronics store. Brackets mean in her and the italics mean in her head, right? It was so realistic. It is. Why does it feel like he can hear her thoughts? It is true. You cannot fault her for that one. I saw you flinch as well. Am I insane for this one? You came close to the billboard though. Oh, and the electronics store. I guess it kind of works. It just with this. It feels a bit weird. It is true. You cannot fault her for that one. I saw you flinch as well. It was cute how you thought there were little people trapped inside boxes. But at least she did not think it was sorcery and start swinging at it. Even my card can only handle so much. Criminal charges are a bit out of my domain. You'd leave Valkii in jail? I'd break her out. As would I, but a wanted poster would make things difficult, would it not? I'm sure we could get Sayer to take care of that. Angel magic does have its uses.
Indeed it does. Although while I would cover for you, I advise you not to engage in criminal activities, Aina. At least not too often.
See, the voice acting is weird. Why would you give why is the protagonist nameable, but then the voice acting says a default name? That bothers me. At least not too often, yeah. I will do my best. Why didn't she say that out loud? I'm so confused. Back at the office, Lilia was waiting eagerly for her dessert.
Oh, you got me rose milk? Thanks!
Where's her Sprite? You only could splurge for a single female Sprite? Come on, she needs a best friend. With the Sprite. Lilia gratefully took the cup of tea from me and went back to work on the square box-like thing in front of her. Geez, might as well inject that stuff directly into your veins. Do not give her any ideas she could actually act on. Lilia slurped with indignation, but made no rebuttal. We left her behind and went toward the parking garage. Want to go with Valkii? He got sulky about going alone last time.
Pardon me? When have I ever sulked?
It is subtle, Valkii, but you cannot entirely hide it. I will go with you as well. You can go with Kaim and Aries. Yeah, I'm stuck with the boring ones. You can walk then. The exercise would do you well. Or I can go with the definitely not boring ones. While Kaim and Aries teased Safan, Sayer and Valkii pulled me away. I did feel bad about leaving him behind, but oh well, he would be fine, I think. Wait, did they leave already? Don't you guys leave me too? We had gone to the parking garage and Valkii had led us to his car. Have you sat in the front before? I shook my head. Sit in the front seat beside me. I think you'll get a different view of the city. Why does he always look like worried? He opened the door for me and held my hand to help me inside. What a gentleman. Oh, it looks just like Kaim's car. Ouch. I got too excited while looking around and bumped my head. Careful, you did that yesterday as well. Did she? Your poor head won't like it if you continue bumping it. I am aware. I could see Valkii shake his head as he closed the door. In the next instant, he was in his seat, the engine already on. These are all company cars, so they're quite similar. Usually it's Kaim or I who drive. The others can, but they are lazy. Oops. We all live in the same building. It is simply more efficient that way. So you say. I didn't have to look into the mirror to know Sayer was pouting in his seat. One thing did appear strange to me, though. I figured it wouldn't hurt to ask. Hey, Sayer, I wanted to ask you something. What is it, Valkii? If you're an angel, how come you live here? I hope that doesn't offend you. You don't need to answer. You may ask whatever you wish, and I shall answer best I can. His eyes softened, and he smiled with such tenderness that my heart skipped a beat.
You need not tiptoe around me, Aina.
My name's not Aina. To answer your question, well, I do have my own abode up in heaven, but Stasis has far more entertainment to offer. Since my work aligns closely with that of the Reapers, it is often convenient for me to stay down here. And he does not have friends in heaven. He teased the poor angel and was rewarded with a kick from the bag.